Hello guys, my name is Martin, welcome back to Heart of Iron. So, last time we finally completed our, I think it was a 3-month campaign to encircle these divisions in the Alps. There are a lot of them too, 123. It says they're British divisions, but actually it's a mix of American, French and British divisions. I think most of them are Americans, if you look here. So we want to start them out. I've just tweaked the front lines a little bit between videos, but not much. So we're gonna wait a little while, let them bleed themselves dry. They are trying to make some attacks here. That'll be fun to repel them. And once they run out of supplies, we're just gonna slowly squeeze them. And then we'll look into retaking the north of Germany, pardon me. In the south, we're just holding here, since the Russians are coming. They have something like 50 divisions, 20, 30, yeah, 40 something divisions, pushing the Turks steadily towards the Bosporus, which means that at some point they're gonna be at the doors of Istanbul. Maybe then we'll make a push just to grab this territory. There is some resources. There are some resources here. They're actually in this province, so we could grab a fair amount of chromium and steel, which we probably like to do rather than letting the Russians take it. They can take all of this. It's only fair. They are doing most of the fighting. So that's something. Long term, our plan is to take northern Germany. In preparation for a push on France. We still have an issue with manpower. Well, not manpower, but division count. France has 150 minimum. England, well, Ireland hardly matters, but England has another 150. That's 300. America has a minimum of 230. Could be as high as 600 divisions. So that's a lot. And in comparison, our major ally, Soviet Union, has 380 and we have 112. So that's 500 divisions for the Comintern side, which isn't too shabby. And I have a feeling that our divisions are a little bit stronger than the Allies in general. Also, the Allies are being pressed in Southeast Asia by the Japanese, so that's something. But let's try and run the speed a little bit slow here in the beginning. It's a new recording session for me, so I just need to get my bearings straight. But again, we are in a holding pattern, more or less. Why can I not actually see unit counts here? Did I toggle something? Oh, I was in the wrong map. Duh. So, do we want to make a push? Can we spot a weak section of the front? Suddenly we don't have intelligence here anymore. Well, we had like a second ago. Switzerland, you're not in any way interested in who's attacking here? I am. That's confusing, since I'm not sure I have an active plan. We did win, but still. Western Balkans, well, we have been getting alerts like that for quite some time, if memory serves. So we only have 10 divisions here. We'll definitely don't want to press on. We're seeing attrition now. Can we get some information as to how much attrition they're taking? Maximum attrition patient 10%. Alright, let's try and do some exploratory attacks then. Say from here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7 on 7. But see, his 7 divisions in American terms means 96 combat width. So his divisions are smaller than ours. Seems quite clear. So, what are your supply situation? Well, you have some people with low supply, but then again, you have a lot of people who are fine. These are attacks into the mountains. It's not great. Might have been better to attack them into the forest there. Especially since you are reinforcing. If we can get your organization down, I don't think you will recover it very quickly. Alright, so that's construction. For 1942, we're 6 months away from this tank. Done with all of this. Don't really care about the radar. I feel it's a little late to go atomic. That's too early. Could go air doctrine. So that's a possibility at least. We're already doing that thing, and I think that was the last one we wanted. Reinforcement rate chance 2%. Organization is nice. Air support, yeah. Artillery we're doing. Rocket artillery we have no plan of doing. Anti-tank and anti-air, no. I want to do a variant of the tank here. Anti-air variant, like this one. Maybe now is the time to start that. We're a little bit ahead of time, but not much. Could also go for better MPs, which wouldn't be a bad idea. We do that in 130 days. Otherwise, it's looking like mechanized might be the thing. When are we going to get another research slot free? In 38 days. Okay, so let's go for the military police now, and then in 38 days we're going to start that medium tank of the anti-air variety. Now all of you are in low supply, which is a good thing. We're looking here. We need a fair bit of everything. No, not everything. Mainly the rubber. Well, we know that. We are building the synthetic plants. They are here, and the next one will be online in October. It's going to be a while. We're doing infrastructure in Niederbayern, which is important. So yeah, the rubber is just not going to be. We can scratch this, I guess. No. We can reduce it. There we are. And the tungsten, I think, is mainly for artillery, which we have plenty. Reserves, yes. So I don't really care about the oil, though. Is that for my tanks? Motorized is getting oil. So are the tanks. That's for the convoys and the, oh yeah, I queued up some fighters just because, but we have no rubber for them anyway, so I'm not gonna spend civilian factories on that. Our soft attack could be higher, but his are pathetic, so his organization is really going down now, and there he goes. Yeah. We are going to beat him in terms of supplies, so it'll be a lot of fun. He did make it in there with some reinforcements. They're gonna suffer the same fate, I think. There. There. Fun as well. Squeeze them into ever smaller territory. Probably want to surround Munich before we attack that, since that is going to be a bit of a hard-fought battle. Well, I don't know what's worse actually, mountains or cities in terms of terrain. What's the terrain modifier here? 45%. He is attacking me into mountains, that's 60. How many units I've taken? None of it. He has a few reserves, but no. We kicked him out of the woods there. Hours gone on that front line. And what's this? These are mountains as well. But I'm supposing that they are very weak on organization. So once we have deployed to the front line, and once we have organization, actually these guys are going away. Let's see, how many divisions is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divisions. So we need to attack from 3 more fronts. So one guy come from there, take an infantry from here, and one from here. Directly there. I think that's going to be 160 combat width. So that's 5, 6. That's 8 divisions. Room for 8 divisions. We have 9 actually. But we are above the allotted space. So what's the terrain penalty here? 60. So that's another mountain. Yeah. How are his divisions looking? They're about half. I think I am going to allow this battle to commence. If we can chase all of these divisions into Munich, then we can pretty much just starve them out in there. Is he counterattacking? I think he is. We're gonna come up here though. It's gonna be fine. Is he running out of there? No, he's attacking into Innsbruck. How many divisions? 4. Do need to hold him here. Make sure that that line holds. Same goes for that little. Now he's trying to do a little thing here. I'm not sure I appreciate that. I think we'll retreat to here. Now that Russian will come as well. Send you up there. Actually, I think I will assign you up there to that front line. This is woods. It is kind of defensible terrain, but then again, not really. And the Russians are being pushed back, So he is trying to reconnect these troops down here. So we can't wait forever. These are just our cavalry. Repression. Well, did you take Ankara? Not yet. I guess what we could do is we could deploy some of these troops. Are my troops on the Greek line? Yeah, some of them are getting trained. So we could start funneling them up and then deploy new troops to the Yugoslavian theater. These garrison forces here, who are going to continuously train. So you can go up and join there, and then we can send like 6 divisions from here. Deploy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are going to join here. You guys over here. Well, I could deploy even more and just let them train on the battlefield. I don't know, where do you train the fastest? Here. Let's see, does it say how fast it's gonna go? Well, not unless training will be finished on January 10th. Whereas these guys daily experience progress to next level from combat. I don't know how fast training on the battlefield is going to take. Russians are being pushed back, and I don't appreciate it. It'd be really nice to win that battle. We're very close. These 3 forces break before new people come in. No, there they are. Yeah. This is not good. Okay. We need to extend this front line. Who is this actually? Let's go up there, and then let's take these guys. Put them up there. Divisions here. Tempted to take these guys up as well. Might bring you, yes, up to 26. Gonna need some warm bodies up there to halt the Americans before they reconnect this. They will not be allowed to reconnect this territory. Repelling them down here quite easily. And that's almost done. We're winning that engagement. There you are. They all went south. Let's kick them out of Munich. don't need a lot for that. There we are. Because then that's going to be a little bit of a longer distance here. Don't all of you need to go there. They're going to need to fight a lot harder to reconnect the line now. Russians, are you attacking? That's ballsy. You are being repelled. Munich is ours. You sneak in there. And there. Like those are mountain provinces with no one guarding them. Yeah, it seems like I'm the attacker anyway. When are you gonna be there? You're gonna be there in 7 hours. There. No, there's a tank there, okay. Never mind. We'll take that mountain now that I'm already committed. Unless this guy gets here in time. Any other freebies? You are running away, it seems. No, you just went there, okay. Maximum attrition 28. That is a marsh. Mountains. Mountains, 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 mountains. All of them are mountains. He's leaving. Another guy came down. He's being repelled. Okay, these are quite weak. Actually, don't bring the tank. 11 divisions there. Are there no divisions here? Yes, there are a lot of divisions there, but they're all of them out of everything. Still our attack. So it seems like at this point we can just attack everywhere. And they're just gonna crumble. One day, 3 hours. And you're gonna be there in 2 days. Okay. Surround that big stack down there. One day, 2 days. Russia is attacking still. .21 hours, and then we can just rout this entire army here. There we are. They're going to be completely surrounded, so pretty much just go to attack. Poof. You don't need to go there. Nor do you. You can take it. Yeah, they have nothing left. Just gonna herd them in and kill them all. So I wrote down the casualties before I started this episode of each nation, each allied nation, I should say. So I'll be very curious to see what the casualty numbers are once we complete this envelopment here. Is anyone attacking there actually? They are, and overrun. So many overruns. Alright, so let's see. Before the episode, the US had 784,000, France had 623, and Great Britain had 762,000 losses. So let's see, France are now at 800, so they lost 170,000. UK, they only lost 10,000. US, 780. Oh my god. They lost 700,000 men in that engagement. Well, don't come back to the Alps, mister. So that's beautiful, because now we can take this army and deploy it up north and help the Russians shore up the defenses. So let's draw a front line. I don't want to draw it all the way up there. Then again, maybe I do. So I want to deny them these ports. I think I am actually going to make a front line, which is maybe from here. No, hold on. Maybe we want to be clever about this and see if we can get the territory for ourselves. That means pushing back from this line. So we'll push up north here and then swing back, or maybe we can do another encirclement, I don't know. We'll also take 2 divisions from this army, say you and you. Put you there. There's going to be 24 divisions on that line, and you're going to have a front line. We're going to try to push up here. But honestly, we're just going to micro the whole thing, so it's just to get the planning bonus ready. Yeah, you have the Western powers have air superiority. That's always going to be the case, because I'm not going to be building any kind of planes. Well, I am, but it's just going to be pathetic compared to their plane design. Wait on that. Don't want the Navy. All done on that. I think we're just going to save up political power at this point. So never mind that. And research. 6 days until we can start the tank. Really happy about that whole envelopment and destruction of the American army. That was awesome. Now we just want to redeploy the army, and we want... yeah, you are fully trained. These are the new troops. So let's get 3 of them signed up here. That means we have 3 full armies on the Italian and well, French-German border, whatever you want to call it. Down there in Yugoslavia, Russia, you're not pushing. And you vacated this front line, apparently. Get those guys up there. How well trained are you? These guys are going to be done in January. I just want to have a look at these guys. Here. They're going to be done before January. I think they are. They are waiting for some supplies. The daily experience progress from combat, but they're not in combat. Do you mean this? Do you mean the exercise? Let's try and have a look. 73%. Let's see when the clock turns to September 19. Yeah, you did get 1.7, I think. So that means you're gonna be. You need 25% more. That's gonna be like, I don't know, 17 days. So that seems to me like it's a lot quicker to deploy the troops and gain experience that way. You're gonna get attrition to the tune of 6%. So it's not cost effective in terms of supplies. But if you really want trained divisions, you can deploy them and just train them on the strategic map, so to speak. We're gonna need all of these guys to be up and on the front line before we make any sort of move. I think actually I'm gonna move all my tanks to the northern theater, since I think I want to make my push up here, and this line is going to primarily just hold the line. So we might make this a little longer and this one a little more narrow in order to push. So let's see here. This front line here, that tank, these two, and that. You're gonna all come over there, and then we'll need 5 infantry regiments, preferably some people from down here. That infantry. Okay. So 1. Looking for some infantry. Here's 1. Tank, tank, infantry. All those 4. Okay. So I guess 2 of you are going to join there. That's going to be fine. So we'll make sure all of you are on the front line, and all of you are on that line. The speed is 15 kph. So I guess you have no issues. Actually, no, it's 17. You have no issue with enemy air superiority at this moment. May or may not change. Now, okay. Is there a terrain map mode? I don't see one. But these are plains, right? Plains, woods, a little bit of hills down here. This is good tank territory for the most part, at least. Well, the plains are there, the forests not so much. Let's actually see. Give me a tank real quick. Can't find myself a tank. Here's one. So in forest, your attack is 74. In plains, yeah, you're just straight up 100. Don't like mountains. Your attack is 117%. On force, really? You don't like jungle. Jungle is the worst. Okay, well, your attack is pretty solid in anywhere but marches. You're almost there. Infantry moving up. And they're moving up. Improved artillery. Awesome. So let's go and get some tanks. Anti-air tanks. It's 1942, so we're well away from the modern tank. It's gonna be a long time. But I do like the idea of having anti-aircraft medium tanks, since that will alleviate some of the issues that we are having with enemy air power. Need a lot of oil, need a lot of rubber. Seems like we're needing more and more. Did we? I guess we seized a whole bunch of factories, which now went into fighter production. So we're doing 2 per week. How much is the lack of resources holding us back? Should we instead? Well, actually, we're totally fine on infantry. If anything, we need more support equipment. Let's make another line then. And reduce fighter production quite a lot. Up even there. The last 5 will come at some point. Where does that leave us? That leaves us short steel. We can take care of that. And rubber, obviously, tungsten, just for the artillery. The artillery is here. Total need 9. That's gotta be for upgrades. We have a bunch of total artillery. We have a whole heap of infantry equipment. So when you say you need 107, you mean of infantry weapon 3. No one coming in here. You're having attrition in the mountains, I guess. Should we push in on you? How do you support? Edit mode. I want you to support that attack. How is it that you actually do that? Edit this control point. Oh, you mean the arrow, right? I know you can do a support attack. How does that actually work? Okay, just gonna put you in there. We are attacking with all divisions. Yes, 5 divisions. It's not entirely certain that we can make it. You can pierce me. Okay. So you have better armor piercing than my light tank. That tells me that maybe I need to upgrade my infantry divisions to have more armor. So that's a concern. Let's have a look at the infantry divisions real quick. You have armor 5.3. So I guess at this point the opposing infantry have more piercing than that. Can we see your piercing? Yeah, 7.9. Definitely. So they have some sort of oops, let's just quickly stop you. They have some sort of anti-tank weaponry, probably. Which is not very nice of them. This guy will run away in a second. There you are. And the last 4 of them will follow. There we are, and you stay there. And you can abort that attack. That's fine. And we can repel him with no problem whatsoever. Alright, I'm going to take a break here. When we come back, we are going to plan our assault into northern Germany. Get Berlin back, get the Baltic seaports back under our control. Hopefully make them Yugoslavian rather than Russian. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you.